All right, let's dive in. Today we're taking a deep dive into Barcelona.
Yeah.
For anyone who's dreaming of soaking up the culture,
Mm-hmm.
maybe practicing their English.
Right.
And let's be real, enjoying some amazing food.
Absolutely.
And we've got two great resources to guide us on this journey.
Okay.
Your personal notes,
Mm-hmm.
all that juicy stuff
Mm.
in barcelona.txt,
Yeah.
and of course,
Of course.
that incredible treasure trove that is Barcelona's Wikipedia page.
Right.
So let's start at the very beginning.
Okay.
Back when Barcelona was just a twinkle in some ancient Phoenician or maybe Carthaginian's eye.
Yeah. So the origins of Barcelona,
Okay.
they are kind of shrouded in mystery a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Some believe the city was founded by the Phoenicians.
Right, those master seafarers.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
While others give credit to the Carthaginians, famous for their general Hannibal.
Yes, Hannibal.
Yes.
And that's where it gets really interesting, right?
Yeah.
Because there's that theory
Mhm.
that Barcelona was actually named after that legendary Carthaginian general,
Right.
Hamilcar Barca,
Hamilcar Barca.
Hannibal's father.
The name Barcino,
Yeah.
which was the Roman name for Barcelona,
Uh-huh.
could be connected to the Barca family.
Oh, wow.
But as with much ancient history,
Right.
historians still debate the exact details.
Well, I bet they do.
Yeah.
So whether it's those Phoenicians or the Carthaginians or maybe even Hamilcar Barca himself,
Yeah.
one thing's for sure, Barcelona's got some seriously ancient roots.
Oh, absolutely. And those roots run deep.
Mm-hmm.
You can practically feel the weight of history when you walk through the Barri Gothic,
Yeah.
the Gothic quarter.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah. And the street layout there is actually the legacy of the Romans
Oh,
who ruled Barcino for centuries.
It's amazing how those ancient city planners
I know.
still influence the way we experience Barcelona today.
Yeah, you can see how it's all connected.
Yeah.
And, if you look closely at the city's cathedral, you'll even find remnants of the Roman walls
Oh, wow.
woven into its structure.
No way.
Yeah, it's a beautiful reminder of how the past is just so intertwined with the present.
It's all layered on top of each other.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so we've got Phoenicians, Carthaginians, Romans.
Yeah,
Talk about a historical mashup.
that's Barcelona for you.
What happened next in Barcelona's epic story?
Well, after the Romans, Barcelona entered the medieval period.
Okay.
It became the capital of the county of Barcelona
Mm-hmm.
under the rule of the Counts of Barcelona.
Ooh, the Counts of Barcelona.
Yeah.
Sounds like a pretty powerful group.
They were indeed. They expanded their territory through strategic alliances and conquests,
Mm-hmm.
eventually uniting with the Kingdom of Aragon to form the powerful Crown of Aragon.
Wow, that's a serious power move.
It is.
So Barcelona went from a Roman settlement
Yeah.
to part of a major kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
That must have really put it on the map.
Oh, absolutely. Barcelona became a key player in Mediterranean trade and
Right.
politics. The Crown of Aragon controlled territories as far-reaching as Naples and Sicily.
That's incredible.
It is.
From Barcino to Barcelona, this city has come a long way.
Yeah, it's amazing.
But like you said earlier, history isn't always sunshine and roses.
Right, you're right. This period also had a darker side, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Barcelona was involved in the slave trade
Awful.
up until the 15th century.
It's important to acknowledge those darker chapters,
Yeah, absolutely.
even as we celebrate the city's achievements.
You're right.
Yeah.
Speaking of achievements, though,
Mm.
Barcelona also demonstrated its forward-thinking spirit during this era.
Okay.
In 1401, they established the Taula de Canvi de Barcelona,
Okay.
which is often considered one of Europe's oldest public banks.
Hold on. A public bank in the 1400s.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
It is. It shows that Barcelona was a hub of commerce and innovation,
Yeah.
even back then.
So we've gone from ancient origins
Mm-hmm.
to medieval power plays.
Yeah.
What comes next in Barcelona's evolution?
Well, in the 1830s, Barcelona experienced a pretty dramatic shift
Okay.
with the arrival of industrialization.
Mm-hmm.
This transformed the city into a major industrial force in the Mediterranean.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, Barcelona's a port city, right?
Right.
Perfectly positioned for trade and industry.
Exactly.
Yeah,
But this rapid growth brought its own set of challenges.
I bet.
Yeah, the population exploded, which put a strain on resources and infrastructure.
Right.
Mortality rates increased,
No.
and outbreaks of disease became a serious concern.
It sounds like Barcelona was facing some serious growing pains.
It was indeed. But the city, as always, found innovative solutions.
Okay.
A visionary urban planner named Ildefonso Cerdà stepped in with a bold plan to tackle these challenges.
Cerdà, I've heard that name before.
Yeah.
Isn't he the guy behind those famous octagonal blocks in Barcelona?
He is. Yeah, his plan for the Example District revolutionized Barcelona's urban landscape. Instead of cramming more buildings into the already crowded city center, he proposed a grid of wide tree-lined streets with these spacious octagonal blocks.
I love those blocks.
Yeah.
They're so distinctive.
They are.
And they create these lovely open spaces within the city.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
Cerdà's vision prioritized hygiene, sunlight, and a better quality of life for all.
That's fantastic.
It was a pretty radical departure from the cramped, often unsanitary conditions of many 19th century cities.
So he was basically like, let's bring some fresh air and sunshine into the city.
Yeah, exactly.
What a great idea.
And his plan had a lasting impact on Barcelona. The Example is now known for its beautiful architecture, wide avenues perfect for strolling, and a more spacious feel compared to the older parts of the city.
It sounds like a great place to wander and practice your English with the locals.
It is.
Did Cerdà's plan have any unexpected consequences?
It actually did, yeah.
Oh, really?
The Example's spacious design kind of inadvertently spurred a bit of architectural competition among the wealthy.
Okay.
Everyone wanted the biggest, tallest, most attractive house on the block.
So it became like a my house is fancier than your house situation.
Kinda, yeah.
Wow.
This led to a fascinating mix of architectural styles in the Example.
Okay.
You'll find everything from Catalan modernism to Art Deco, creating this stunning visual tapestry.
That's a great segue into our next topic.
Okay.
Barcelona is famous for its art and architecture.
It is.
And there's one name that always comes to mind, Antoni Gaudí.
Ah, Gaudí, the master of Catalan modernism.
Right.
His work is truly unlike anything else in the world.
I've seen pictures of the Sagrada Familia, and it's absolutely mind-blowing.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
The Sagrada Familia is Gaudí's most ambitious project, and get this, it's still under construction.
It's not finished yet?
Nope.
How long has it been in the works?
Believe it or not, construction began in 1882. And it's being funded entirely by private donations.
That's incredible.
It's a testament to the enduring power of Gaudí's vision and the dedication of the people who are continuing his work.
So when will it finally be finished?
Well, the current projected completion date is 2026.
Okay.
But with a project this complex, who knows?
Yeah.
It's almost like the Sagrada Familia itself is a living, evolving work of art.
It's mind-boggling to think about the scale of this project and the dedication it requires.
Yeah, it's amazing.
But the Sagrada Familia is just one of Gaudí's masterpieces in Barcelona.
You're right.
I've heard of Park Güell.
Yeah.
And those amazing houses with the wavy roofs.
You're thinking of Casa Milà, also known as La Pedrera because of its stone facade.
Okay.
And Casa Batlló with its colorful, dragon-like roof.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Each of Gaudí's creations is unique.
Yeah.
And a captivating expression of Catalan modernism.
It sounds like Barcelona's an art lover's paradise. Are there any other architectural gems we should know about?
Oh, absolutely. Beyond Gaudí, there's the Palau de la Música Catalana, designed by Luis Domènech i Montaner.
Okay.
It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site.
Wow.
Renowned for its breathtaking stained glass.
Oh, wow.
And ornate decorations.
Another UNESCO site?
Yeah.
Barcelona is truly a city of wonders.
It is.
What about modern architecture?
For that, you have to see the Barcelona Pavilion by Mies van der Rohe. It's considered a landmark of modern architecture, known for its minimalist design and elegant use of materials.
Okay, so we've covered ancient history, medieval kingdoms, innovative urban planning, and a whirlwind tour of architectural marvels. And we're just getting started.
Right.
Barcelona's cultural tapestry is vast and vibrant.
It is.
So what other treasures await us in this city of endless possibilities? Stay tuned as we continue our deep dive into Barcelona.
Yes. It's incredible how Barcelona isn't just about a few big attractions. It's a city that's just brimming with these cultural experiences.
Yeah.
Each one more fascinating than the last.
We haven't even touched on museums yet.
Right.
I bet there's more to Barcelona's museum scene than just art and history.
Oh, absolutely. Barcelona has a museum for practically every interest you can imagine.
Okay.
You know how you mentioned wanting to explore that kind of quirky side of the city? Well, there's a museum dedicated entirely to erotica.
Wait a minute. An erotic museum?
Yeah.
In Barcelona?
Uh-huh.
Okay, that's definitely not something you see every day.
It speaks to the city's open-mindedness
right.
and its willingness to celebrate all these different aspects of human experience,
yeah.
even the more unconventional ones.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And if I'm a diehard football fan, I can't miss the FC Barcelona Museum.
Oh, of course. For football enthusiasts, it's practically a pilgrimage site.
Right?
You can delve into the history of one of the world's most famous clubs and relive some of their most iconic moments.
That sounds like a fun way to practice my English football lingo.
It would be.
But let's say I want to explore more traditional museum fare.
Okay.
What does Barcelona have to offer in terms of art and history?
Well, for starters, there's the National Museum of Art of Catalonia.
Okay.
It's home to this incredible collection of Romanesque art.
Okay.
A must-see for anyone interested in medieval art and history.
Romanesque art. I'm picturing grand cathedrals and intricate mosaics.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And if you're more drawn to contemporary art, there's the Barcelona Museum of Contemporary Art, which showcases Catalan and Spanish art from after 1945.
Cool.
It's a great place to discover emerging artists and get a feel for the city's modern art scene.
So we've got medieval and modern art covered.
Yeah.
What about museums dedicated to specific artists?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Barcelona is practically synonymous with Picasso, right?
Of course, no trip to Barcelona would be complete without a visit to the Picasso Museum.
Right.
You can trace his artistic journey from his early works to his iconic masterpieces.
It's definitely on my list. I've also heard of Joan Miró.
Yeah.
Wasn't he Catalan artist?
He was.
Known for his colorful abstract works?
Yes, and Barcelona has a fantastic museum dedicated to his art.
Okay.
The Fundació Joan Miró.
Got it.
It's a must-visit for anyone who appreciates surrealism and abstract expressionism.
Wow. So many choices.
Yeah.
Is there anything for history buffs like me?
Oh, absolutely. The Barcelona City History Museum.
Okay.
It takes you on this captivating journey through the city's past.
Okay.
From its Roman origins to the present day.
I like it.
You can explore archaeological artifacts, learn about key historical events, and get a real feel for how Barcelona has evolved over the centuries.
That sounds right up my alley.
Yeah.
Are there any other history museums worth checking out?
Well, if you're interested in the history of Catalonia as a whole, there's the Museum of the History of Catalonia.
Okay.
It covers the region's rich and often turbulent past from the Middle Ages to the 20th century.
Wow. It's amazing how many museums Barcelona has.
Yeah, there's a lot to see.
What about other areas of interest? Say I'm fascinated by ancient civilizations or maritime history.
For ancient civilizations, you got to see the Archaeology Museum of Catalonia.
Okay.
They have exhibits on everything from prehistoric settlements to Roman and Visigothic remains.
Wow, that covers a lot of ground.
It does.
And for maritime history.
Barcelona has a great maritime museum. It's located in the historic shipyard.
Oh, cool.
You can explore model ships, nautical charts, and learn about the city's long and fascinating relationship with the sea.
My head is spinning with all these museum options. But there's more to Barcelona than just museums.
Oh, right.
What about parks and green spaces?
Barcelona is a city that beautifully blends urban life with nature.
Okay.
You know, there's so many parks and gardens where you can relax, enjoy the sunshine, and maybe even practice your English with fellow parkgoers.
I love that idea.
Yeah.
Which park should I visit first?
Well, if you're looking for breathtaking views, you have to visit Montjuïc.
Okay.
It's Barcelona's largest park.
Right.
It's perched on a hilltop with panoramic views of the city,
Okay.
the port, and the Mediterranean Sea.
Panoramic views. I'm sold.
Oh.
What else is there to see and do at Montjuïc?
Well, Montjuïc is more than just a park.
Okay.
It's like a destination in itself.
Oh, wow.
You'll find the Olympic Stadium from the 1992 Summer Olympics.
Right.
The Joan Miró Foundation we talked about earlier, and even a beautiful botanical garden.
Wow, that sounds like a full day of exploring.
It is.
Are there any other parks worth visiting?
For a more historical setting, you can't beat Parc de la Ciutadella.
Okay.
It's built on the site of a former military citadel and now houses the Parliament building the Barcelona Zoo.
The zoo in the park. That's cool.
Yeah.
And I've read about Park Güell.
Yeah.
It's that fantastical park designed by Gaudi, right?
Yes. Park Güell is like stepping into a whimsical fairy tale.
Right.
You'll see those iconic, colorful mosaics. Yeah.
Winding paths and gingerbread house-like structures that Gaudi is famous for.
It looks absolutely magical in pictures. I definitely want to see it for myself.
You should.
Are there any kind of hidden gem parks that most tourists might not know about?
If you're looking for something off the beaten path, there's the Labyrinth Park.
Okay.
It's tucked away in the Hortigonardo district.
Okay.
It's a beautiful park with this fascinating hedge maze.
Oh, cool.
Perfect for a peaceful afternoon stroll.
A maze. That sounds fun. Okay, so we've got museums galore and parks for days.
Yeah.
But you know what else Barcelona's famous for?
What's that?
It's beaches.
Ah, yes. Barcelona is one of those rare cities that offers the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
Vibrant city life and stunning beaches.
Just imagine strolling along the Barceloneta.
Yeah.
Feeling the warm sand between your toes with the Mediterranean breeze in your hair.
Sounds lovely.
And didn't I read somewhere that Barceloneta Beach is considered one of the best city beaches in the world? You're absolutely right. National Geographic actually ranked Barceloneta Beach #1 on their list of top 10 city beaches in the world.
Wow, that's high praise. What makes it so special?
Well, for one thing, it's incredibly vibrant.
Okay.
There are restaurants and bars right on the sand.
Oh, wow.
And you can find everything from sunbathers to volleyball players to swimmers enjoying the Mediterranean waters.
So it's not just a place to relax, it's a place to kind of be seen and experience the city's energy.
Yeah, exactly. It's the perfect blend of beach life and city buzz.
Right.
And if you're looking for water sports, Barceloneta has plenty to offer.
Okay.
You can rent kayaks, paddle boards, or even try your hand at windsurfing.
I'm officially adding Barceloneta Beach to my must-visit list.
Good.
Are there any other beaches worth checking out?
Oh, absolutely. Barcelona has over 4.5 kilometers of coastline.
Wow.
With 7 beaches in total.
7 beaches? Wow, that's impressive. What are the others like?
Each beach has its own unique character. You have Sant Sebastià, one of the oldest and most traditional beaches.
Okay.
Then there's Samarastro, which is known for its lively atmosphere and beachfront bars. Nova Icaria is popular with families because of its calm waters and playgrounds.
Okay, this is great. Keep going.
Then you have Bogotá, known for its sporty vibe and volleyball courts.
Okay.
Marbella is a favorite among the LGBTQ+ community.
Yeah.
And nudism is permitted on part of the beach.
Interesting.
Nova Marbella is a bit quieter and more relaxed.
Okay.
And finally, there's Levant, the newest of Barcelona's beaches.
Wow, that's quite a variety. I'm curious, how did Barcelona end up with so much beautiful coastline right in the city?
It's a fascinating story. Remember we talked about the 1992 Summer Olympics?
Yes.
Well, in preparation for the Games, Barcelona underwent this major urban renewal project.
Okay.
Many of the industrial buildings along the seafront were demolished.
Oh, wow.
To make way for these beautiful beaches we enjoy today.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
So the Olympics actually helped transform Barcelona's coastline.
They did. It was a major turning point for the city.
Yeah.
And it's a testament to Barcelona's ability to adapt and reinvent itself.
Yeah, it's amazing how these seemingly unrelated events, like hosting the Olympics, can have such a profound impact on a city's development.
It's true. And there's another interesting fact about Barcelona's beaches.
Okay.
The sand you see there is actually artificially replenished.
Wait, what? The sand isn't natural?
Not entirely.
Okay.
The beaches are naturally sandy, but because of the erosive effects of storms, the sand needs to be replenished regularly to maintain those beautiful wide beaches.
That's fascinating. I never would have guessed.
Yeah.
It just goes to show how much effort goes into creating and maintaining those beautiful urban beaches.
Exactly. It's a reminder that even something as seemingly natural as a beach can be shaped by human intervention.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground here.
We have.
From ancient history and stunning architecture to world-class museums, beautiful parks, and those incredible beaches. Barcelona seems to have it all.
It really does. It's a city that caters to every interest and every budget.
But with so much to see and do, it can be a little overwhelming, especially for a first-time visitor.
You're right. That's where your personal notes and the insights from Barcelona.txt come in.
Okay.
They offer this more focused and personalized perspective on the city, highlighting specific experiences that align with your interests.
Okay, so let's dive into those personal notes and see what hidden gems and practical tips we can unearth.
Let's do it.
Okay, so let's get down to the nitty-gritty. We've talked about Barcelona's history, its iconic architecture, those incredible museums and parks, and even those amazing beaches. But now it's time to dive into your personal notes.
Okay.
All that good stuff from Barcelona.txt. And see what unique experiences and practical tips we can uncover.
I'm excited to see what caught your eye. and how those details can help us tailor this deep dive, make it really relevant to your interests.
Well, one thing that really jumped out at me from Barcelona.txt was the emphasis on getting lost in the Gothic Quarter.
Oh, yeah.
It's not just about, ticking off those landmarks on a list.
Right.
It's about wandering through those narrow cobblestone streets, soaking up the atmosphere.
Yeah.
And discovering those hidden gems around every corner.
It's a wonderful way to experience the true essence of Barcelona. Yeah. The Gothic Quarter is like a time capsule, right, with its medieval architecture, those charming squares, and hidden courtyards.
It's like stepping back in time.
You can practically feel the weight of history as you wander through those ancient streets.
Exactly. And it's the perfect opportunity to practice your English.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine asking locals for directions, ordering a coffee in a quaint little cafe,
right,
or even striking up a conversation with a fellow traveler.
I love that. It's all about immersing yourself in the local culture and using your language skills in a real-world setting.
And speaking of local culture, your notes also mentioned checking out those local markets.
Yes.
Especially La Boqueria.
Ah, La Boqueria. It's sensory overload in the best way possible.
Right.
You'll find stalls overflowing with fresh produce.
Okay.
Seafood cured, meats, cheeses, spices, you name it.
Oh my gosh.
It's a feast for the eyes and the stomach.
My mouth is watering just thinking about it.
I know, right?
What are some must-try foods at La Boqueria?
Well, you can't go wrong with those classic Spanish tapas.
Yeah.
Your notes specifically mention patatas bravas.
Oh, yeah.
Those crispy potatoes with that spicy, garlicky sauce.
Oh, I love patatas bravas.
They're a Barcelona staple.
What else should I try?
You have to sample the pan con pate.
Okay.
It's simple, but so delicious. Just toasted bread rubbed with garlic and tomato. And, of course, no trip to Barcelona would be complete without trying paella.
Paella. Oh, now you're talking. I've heard that seafood paella is particularly good in Barcelona.
You've heard correctly.
Yeah.
Barcelona being a coastal city,
right,
they have access to incredibly fresh seafood.
Yeah.
That seafood paella is a must-try.
I'm adding all of that to my foodie bucket list.
That's good.
But, your notes also emphasize the importance of not just rushing through meals.
Right.
It's about taking your time, savoring the flavors, and enjoying the atmosphere.
That's a wonderful reminder, especially when you're traveling, you're trying to see and do everything.
Right.
Sometimes the best experiences are the ones where you slow down and you truly appreciate the moment.
It's about embracing that Mediterranean lifestyle of leisurely meals.
Yeah.
And enjoying the company of friends and family.
Exactly. And those shared meals are also a great opportunity to practice your English.
Oh, yeah?
You can talk about the food, share stories, learn new words and phrases.
Okay, so we've covered those must-try foods.
Okay.
Now let's talk practicalities.
Okay.
Your notes have some great tips for getting around the city.
Oh, good.
Navigating a new city can be daunting.
It can be.
But Barcelona has a fantastic public transportation system.
Yes, it does.
The notes recommend using the metro system, which seems to be efficient and affordable.
The metro is excellent. It's well-connected, clean, and very easy to use.
Okay.
You can purchase a T10 travel card, which gives you 10 journeys on the metro, bus, and tram.
Wow.
It's very cost-effective.
That sounds like a great deal.
Yeah.
What about apps?
Oh, yeah.
Are there any transportation apps that would be helpful for a visitor?
Absolutely. There are several great apps that can help you plan your routes, find the nearest metro or bus stop, and even check real-time arrival times.
Oh, wow.
I'd recommend downloading one before your trip. It'll make navigating the city a breeze.
Great tip. And for those who prefer a more active way of getting around your notes, also mention Barcelona's bike-sharing program, Bicing.
Oh, yes. Bicing is a fantastic way to explore the city at your own pace.
Yeah.
Barcelona is surprisingly bike-friendly,
okay,
with dedicated bike lanes and paths throughout the city.
That's great.
You can rent a bike for a short period or even for the entire day.
Sounds like a fun and healthy way to see the city.
It is.
Any other transportation tips?
Well, for those iconic panoramic views of Barcelona, your notes suggest taking a trip up to Mount Tibidabo.
Mount Tibidabo, I've seen pictures. Isn't that where that amusement park is?
Yes, the Tibidabo amusement park is at the top of the mountain.
Right.
But even if you're not into amusement parks, the views from Mount Tibidabo are just breathtaking.
Oh, wow.
You can see the entire city, the Mediterranean Sea, and the surrounding mountains. It's truly an unforgettable experience.
Okay, I'm definitely adding Mount Tibidabo to my itinerary.
Good.
How do you get there?
You can take a funicular,
okay,
which is a type of cable car.
Right.
Or you can take a bus.
Okay.
Both options offer scenic views along the way.
Sounds like fun. Now let's talk about some of Barcelona's must-see attractions. Of course, no trip to Barcelona would be complete without visiting the Sagrada Familia.
Of course.
Any tips for making the most of that experience?
The Sagrada Familia is incredibly popular.
I bet.
So your notes wisely suggest booking your tickets online in advance.
Right.
This will let you skip those long lines and head straight inside to marvel at Gaudi's masterpiece.
Great advice. I definitely don't want to waste precious vacation time standing in line.
No, you don't.
And if I'm interested in seeing some of Gaudi's other works like Park Güell, your notes recommend visiting early in the morning or late in the evening to avoid those crowds.
Yes, that's a good idea.
Right. Those colorful mosaics probably look even more magical in the soft light of dawn or dusk.
They do. It's all about finding those moments of tranquility amidst the hustle and bustle of a popular tourist destination.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into Barcelona, what key takeaways should our listener keep in mind as they plan their trip?
I think the most important takeaway is that Barcelona is a city that rewards curiosity and a sense of adventure. Don't be afraid to wander off the beaten path, strike up conversations with locals, and embrace the unexpected.
I love that. It's about creating a truly personal experience that goes beyond just ticking off those tourist attractions.
Exactly. And remember, Barcelona is a city that embraces its history while constantly evolving and reinventing itself.
Yeah.
You'll find ancient Roman ruins alongside cutting-edge architecture.
Right.
Traditional tapas bars alongside trendy cafes, and this vibrant mix of cultures and languages.
It sounds like Barcelona has something to offer everyone.
It really does. So with all that we've learned about Barcelona, its rich history, its vibrant culture, and its endless possibilities, what aspects are you most excited to explore?
What a great question to ponder. We encourage you to delve deeper into your personal notes and continue your own research.
Right.
And remember, the most important thing is to have fun. Embrace the journey.
Right.
And create memories that will last a lifetime.
Absolutely. Barcelona awaits.
Happy travels.